One person we spoke to in Louisiana talked about the difficulties applying for service jobs.
They do backgrounds for like McDonald's and Burger King. And it's like, there's not many places. They say felon friendly, but it's like, how many of those places do you believe? But let's say you have no criminal record and I have a felony and it's felony friendly and you're applying and I'm applying and we have the same skill set, we have the same education, we're asking the same things, but you have a clean background and I don't. Who's going to get the job? Like, yeah, you're felony friendly, but probably if it's your last option, y'all are going to hire a felon.
For some, including one job seeker we talked to in Texas, not being able to get these lower paying jobs makes folks realize that the system is not there to rehabilitate.
Ma'am, it's not like I'm trying to start off at these high paying jobs. I've worked food service for 13, 14 years. And it's hard and it's frustrating. And I feel like I deserve a chance. Not only have I paid my debt to society and for the things that I've done with the time that I was placed in jail and the time that I was sentenced to, but also 7 years after that. And I'm rehabilitated, but the world hasn't evolved enough to help me continue on with my rehabilitation.
Employers often focus on background checks instead of qualifications. As folks with convictions go through the job application process, they become disheartened, especially because our society sees their records instead of their humanity, instead of their impactful life experience. Folks living with convictions, including a person from Michigan we spoke to, know they have to compete with those who don't have a record.
I mean, I have a lot of good qualifications and a lot of experience that make me qualified over some other candidates, but they're going to choose somebody with less experience. They'll take that candidate over me because I do have a past conviction.
A mom who lost both her jobs at the beginning of the pandemic shared that employers just looked at her record instead of who she really was.
If they see someone who did something 5 years ago, whether it be stole something or, whatever the case may be, they could see them as a risk. They just see this record, and I think it's pretty unfair just to go off of that.
A job seeker in Connecticut shared a similar sentiment.
Employers definitely prefer someone that does not have a background such as myself. And that decision isn't really even made by the employer at times. I've had people that genuinely wanted to help me, but they flat out told me it's the company's policy. So sometimes people's hands are tied. And I also don't have a college degree, so I'm already on the bottom tier. And it definitely looks different for someone that has a certain standard of education and then they make a small mistake. But for someone like myself, I don't have a college degree. I got hit with a drug charge. I got hit with an assault charge. You're painted in a certain way, and that's not the person that you are, but that's just the image that the employers have.